Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Kendra. If this is your first time here, I am going to be talking about my top 2 to 3 products in every makeup category that you do to do your face. So if this is something that you're interested in, don't forget to subscribe down in the bottom description box and also stay tuned.
Honestly, I'm trying to stay focused. You must think I got to be joking. I don't think I can wait. I just need it.
Also, any product that I may not have in front of me, I may have finished it and it definitely made the list, but I'll definitely leave something on the screen so that you guys can see just in case, okay? So I have 2 primers that I am really in love with, and I want to make sure that you guys go out and get it, and I'll tell you the reasons, of course. Ended up trying this Refy primer, in love. And the reason why I say that is because I like my skin to have a lot of hydration, even though I'm combination oily. And when you wear a product that's hydrating, your makeup is going to be fire. Your application is going to be good. It's going to be, everything is just going to hit the way it needs to hit. The perfect thing about this one is it is a roll-on. So you literally just kind of roll it on your entire face, rub in, and that's pretty much it. This doesn't need explanation at all. This is what you need, period. Other primer is definitely going to be the MAC Time Check Lotion. Now the MAC Time Check Lotion, let me tell you something. It's one of the primers that MAC has that is slept on. It is very creamy. All you need is like a pump and a half, maybe 2 at the most. It makes your makeup glide on and stick to your face like you've never seen before. It doesn't like sit into your pores, it sits on top of it, okay? So it gives you a nice flat base. It's one of those primers that are so slept on, I swear to you. It's like when I used to work at MAC, I used to sell them to people and they always came back and wanted more. But because the brand did not send as many as they needed to, because it's such a slept on primer, that people just tend to forget about it. Now I will tell you something. The reason I feel like that primer is such an amazing primer is because it's a 2-in-1. It's a moisturizer and it's a primer. Now, I do not suggest people to do, just do that one. I really suggest people do an additional moisturizer. Just don't do as much. Like just put a little bit, a little bit on your finger, rub in, and then put your primer on. You feel me? Just to get into places that it may not get. But you can use it as a moisturizer and a primer. So just keep that in mind. But definitely go out and get those 2 the best, okay? So my top favorite is going to be the Nars Natural Radiant foundation. This foundation is #1 on my list right now. Like, I use this damn near every single time that I go out. Now, this is a $50 bottle, but you're gonna love this, okay? If you're somebody like me that likes an in-between, like when I say in-between, I really love a foundation that is semi-matte. And why I say semi-matte is even though I'm combination oily, I have my oily spots, but I still like to look youthful, I don't like to look extremely dry. I went through that phase of looking extremely matte and it just didn't look realistic to me. I want my skin to look like it is really sun-kissed, like I've been in the sun, very sun-kissed, and have like a natural sheen to it, like when you spray your face with a setting spray, you know how it looks right after you get it and it settles down. Like that's how I want to look all day, okay? So this is like a natural skin-like finish, so this is fire to me. Next one is going to be MAC's Prolongwear foundation. Now this is definitely a medium to full coverage, just like the Nars one. But with this one, not only is it waterproof, this is definitely one of those foundations where it comes off with like a velvet finish. So kind of like a semi-skin finish, but this one is more of like a velvet. So you know how velvet looks on like sheets? It looks semi-silky, but not too silky. That's what this is. And when I tell you, when it glides onto the face, you really don't need a lot. You literally just need just a little bit. And what you could do is, if you feel like you have a little bit more scarring in other places or you want to cover something else, just put a little bit of foundation in that spot and this is going to do the trick, okay? If you're someone who is, I feel like this is perfect for people who are dry and for people who are oily. And what is going to determine the end results of how this sets depends on the powder that you use. So if you are a dry woman, I would say do a mineral powder for this. It doesn't necessarily have to be MAC, but a mineral powder will go perfect with this. And if you're someone who is oily or combination, you could do the setting powders, something that's like a matte setting powder, or you can do something like a Studio Fix powder, but do a big fluffy brush just to kind of set it with it. Okay, so that's that. My final foundation is the Juvia's Place foundation, and I like this foundation because I feel like this foundation is what Studio Fix liquid is supposed to be. Because if you are an old Studio Fix liquid girl or Studio Fix fluid, that foundation is for oily people, and you pretty much, it's a lot more, the consistency of it is a little bit more liquidy instead of more creamy. Now this right here is a creamy liquid, okay? Now with this, you only need like a teardrop. Not even gonna lie to you guys, like you need a teardrop of this and you're pretty much set, okay, for your entire face. Like you don't have to do all this pumping. No. Literally a teardrop of this covers your whole face. If you do need a little bit more, just put them right wherever your blemish spot is and you will be all set, okay? This is medium to full, but pretty much full coverage. I would say it's pretty much full coverage, but if you're using a beauty blender, you might be able to kind of shear it out just a little bit, okay? So that's that. The first one is going to be the One Size. Now, One Size to me is definitely a medium to full coverage. You can shear it out or you can leave it on. If you put it on and you leave it underneath your eyes or wherever you're using it for and just let it sit for a quick little minute, you'll notice that as it dries down, it gives you way more of a full coverage conceal. So I think One Size is definitely my #1 favorite, even though I don't want to say that for sure, but this is like in my top 5. The next concealer is going to be the Nars concealer. Now, the Nars concealer is a little bit sheerer compared to the One Size, but like I said, if you let this sit, this can become a full coverage. So just keep that in mind. I love the way that this looks underneath the eye because I feel like it leaves it nicely moisturized rather than this is extremely like just flat. Like this still makes your skin look like natural skin, you know, underneath the eye, so it doesn't look very dry or anything like that. It just sits perfectly where it needs to sit. It's fire, okay? So the first one is going to be MAC Studio Fix foundation powder, okay? Now listen to what I'm saying. I know a lot of people at the MAC counter or MAC store, they probably will not tell you. This right here is a powder foundation. So you technically wouldn't use this with your liquid foundation, okay? But if you do this, right, you do not use a press, like a press puff or whatever. All you do with this is you just take a big fluffy brush and dust it across your foundation, okay? You do not need this all over your face because all this does is build up into more foundation, more and more product on your face. If you are trying to blot with this during the day, you are gonna be extremely oily, okay? That's one thing MAC does not tell you. If you continue to keep putting this on your face and put this little puff pad that comes in and you keep putting it on there, it gets wet, it will not be usable and it will look like you just keep piling on makeup and your face is gonna always continue to look oily. So big powder puff straight across your foundation and you're straight, okay? Don't add any more. But this will set your makeup so fire, you guys just don't even know. Like, my next setting powder is gonna be from One Size. Now this one is in Dark Deep, and this one you could set your entire foundation with, okay? If you're a dark deep person, this is like a translucent powder for us dark-skinned women. They're extremely light, so you won't have to worry about it looking crazy or building up or making you feel like you're oily or anything like that. This is gonna set it and you won't have to put anything else. And the good thing about this is you keep this one in your purse and you can literally just touch up with this throughout the day and you will be fine. No extra buildup, nothing. This one here is the same one like this, but this is the translucent one. Now the translucent one is set your under eye or set anywhere of your highlighted areas with this and you will be set for the whole day. Your under eye will be set, you will not crease, nothing. But if you do not apply this right, then you will crease, okay? This is my top favorite. Like right now, this is my #1 favorite translucent powder of all right now. I'm not using anything else but this right now when it comes to setting underneath my under eye. Nothing is touching this right now. This is my favorite. My first blush I'm gonna talk about is Juvia's Place Volume 1. And this one comes with 2, okay? Which y'all all know my favorite is the peach. You guys know I love peach on dark-skinned women every time. Anybody who's a melanin woman, dark-skinned woman, this orange right here is gonna hit on everybody, especially summer and spring. People sleep on this orange, but let me tell you something. Orange is like the best blush you could ever put on yourself, okay? And of course, this is the typical burgundy that every brand wants to put on dark-skinned women, but we are out of this phase, okay? We'll do it if we're wearing a cute little lip, or it's wintertime, you just want to add an extra little color to yourself, then you know, of course, you can do what you need to do, okay? But I'm gonna give y'all a little trick when it comes to this palette, okay? Mix both of them. Put this and this. Put a little bit of this, and then put this on top of it. Boop, 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 boop. When I tell you, you are going to look so freaking cute with both of them on at the same time. Baby, $20. $20 for 2. So you're spending $10 on both of them, and the quality is fire. This is top tier, okay? Loving, okay? This is going to be a liquid blush, okay? This one is from... Y'all know I do not know how to pronounce this. If y'all watch my last video, y'all know I don't know how to pronounce this. I don't know if it's Saya. I know somebody is going to comment below and correct me, and I'm so happy when y'all do, because then I finally figure out how to do it, okay? How to say it. But, yeah, if y'all see it, that's the name of it right there. That's the brand. I hope you guys see it. That's it, okay? Now, this one is in Poppy. This little orange blush, I got this blush on right now, okay? It's just a little pop of color. Make it look like my face is not dead or nothing. You know, just put a little something. I put it all across here, put a little bit on my nose, and then I put some on my cheeks, of course, and blended the rest up at the top. And baby, your girl looks fire. If you're somebody who's not into blush, but you still want to have a little bit of color there, like a little flush, this is it, okay? And what you could do is you could put this on and set it with this orange right on top of it. And let me tell you something. Woo! This is a coral. It's not really like a real orange. It's like a mix between a pink and an orange mixed together. And this is like if they had a baby. This is it. Mix it with this little orange blush right here. And then you could do like a little tap of this. Hallelujah chorus. Okay. The next blush is going to be by MAC. Now, this is my pro one because I've been doing makeup for so long that I start doing my own makeup stuff in palettes as well. So don't look at this one because this one's no longer available. So this is the other blush. This one is like a this one is a peach blush, and that's the actual name of it, Peaches. So this one is a peach blush. You can literally put this on top of this as well if you want to. And this is a very cute blush. This has no shimmer in it. It's a matte blush. So if you're a girl who gets oily around the cheeks, or like in this area, you kind of want to stay to the matte ones, but you could still do cream, but make sure to set it with a matte powder, okay? It's gonna look so good. I know when you're looking at it, you're like, oh girl, that looks really light. Like, what is going on? But I'm telling you, go get Peaches blush. This looks good on anybody. And I'm gonna give you the colors that I feel like these really look like. If you're a MAC girl, or Juvia's Place girl, I would say anybody who is like a Punta Cana in Juvia's Place, in MAC, if you're an NC45, NC40, NC42, NC44, 45, NC50, NC55, even NW45, NW47, like Peaches is gonna look fire on you, okay? Like fire. If you're a J-Lo girl, or somebody in that type of complexion tone, this Peaches is gonna look fire on you, okay? If you like your face to look bronzy with a little hint of sun-kissed, that's it. Go get it. Go get all 3 of these, okay? Go get all 3 of these, because you are going to hit, okay? These are your spring and summer. You got your coral, you got your peaches, you got your orange, you got your berry. Like, you can't go wrong with none of these, period. Okay, girl. Okay. Let's stop the beat. Okay, let's stop the beat. okay? So, I only have 2 eyeshadow palettes, okay? 2. And these are only 2 that you need. If you're a girl like me who likes the natural look, only like natural tone colors, like when I say that I mean like earthy tone colors, like the browns, the beiges, the caramels, the blacks, that's what you like, these 2 are for you, okay, babe? 2. And I got an affordable one and one that's, to me, is still affordable, but it's a little bit more on the pricey side. It just depends on what your pockets is looking like. Okay, baby? Okay, so we're going to start with the real affordable. So I think it's like $20 for this palette, right? This one is the Warrior 2 by Juvia's Place, okay? If you follow my TikTok, then you know I spoke about this on my TikTok, okay? So go ahead and follow my TikTok as well. Okay, let's stop. Let's go follow the TikTok. Okay. This right here, baby. These have the best eyeshadows that you could use, okay? So you have all of your natural colors right here. These are like natural tones as well. This is like a really dark blue, but you won't really know it until you actually put it on. And once you're doing some looks, you probably won't even notice. And this is the black right here. Now, these right here, I know a lot of people might be a little scared of them, but you really don't even need to be scared of them at all, because these are like your winter tone colors. So like right here, well, I wouldn't really say black. Black is like a neutral one you can put with anything, right? But this right here are more for like your winter time colors. So like if you're doing a lot of like army fatigue and you want to add a little bit of this burgundy color to it, or you want to add a little bit of this orangey corally type of colors here, you can do those as well, just to make it a little bit more on the fall side. But when it comes to spring, summer, fall, winter, you could use these colors, you could use these colors, like those are all year round colors. These colors you could really do more like in the winter time, okay? And let me give y'all a little secret, a little bit of tea that other people may not tell y'all, okay? When it comes to eyeshadows, right? We all know eyeshadows are safe for the eye, right? Because that's where you put it, right? But did y'all know this one palette could really be done for your whole entire face? Okay, hold on. I know y'all like, wait, what, girl? What you talking about? What you talking about? Listen, this right here and this right here, you could use these colors as blushes as well. Because if it's safe to go on your eye, why is it not safe to go on your cheeks? Yeah, girl, I know you sitting there looking like, well, damn, she got a little point, don't she? Yeah, and do. Okay, so this is an all-around palette. Like, baby, we getting blush out of here. We getting eyeshadows out of here, baby. You can get some eyeliner out of here. Use that black one right there. Don't say I be giving y'all no gems. I'm always dropping gems in this videos, okay? Boom. This is a $50 palette, mind you, okay? So this one is a little bit more pricey compared to the other one. Now this one is the Makeup Mario. Now I'm gonna get it. And this one is called the Master Mattes. And baby, look at this. Look at those colors. Look at those colors. I hope y'all can see it. These are like all matte tone colors. And it pretty much looks kind of like this if you really think about it. Like the colors are pretty much the same. You just get a little bit more natural tones and way more browns and beiges, and you still get that little red right there. You still get a black and you get a deep brown and all of those. And one thing I will say about this color palette, works for everybody, okay? So I don't care who's watching this video. It's fire. Boom. Now, I know I said I only got 2 palettes, right? But I feel like I want to drop some more gems on y'all, okay? I want to drop some more gems, of course, okay? This is really going to be used for 2 things, which is going to lead into my next topic. But this one right here is the Juvia's Place bronzer, right? And this is in deep dark. Now this bronzer, say, like I said, a lot of these things do not come in minis or separately, so you kind of have to improvise. So this palette I love using for my dark brown smoky. So if you're someone who's into a dark brown lid or like a dark brown smoky, I'm gonna leave some clips on the screen for you so you can see what I'm talking about. This is the perfect brown smoky eye palette. You see I've hit pan on here, right? So this I would use on my eye if I'm, you know, last minute and I bronze out my face with this, or I can use it, but this is perfect for the eye too if you just happen to only have this in your purse. With this one, you can use this bronzer everywhere. You can use this on your cheeks if you want to define and chisel out your contour a little bit more. This is if you want to warm up the skin a little bit more. You can definitely use that. As you can see, I definitely use that on my face. I use it on my face every day. I use it all year round. I just love a bronzed looking face. It just does something to the face to me. Like, I always love that J-Lo bronzed kind of glow look that everybody should have, and this is only like $20, I'm sure. So this is definitely one bronzer. There is another bronzer that I do have. I just couldn't find it, and I think it might be in my suitcase or another purse or something. I couldn't find it. But the other one is going to be the Fenty bronzer, and that one is in Cocoa Nutty, and then the second one from Fenty is called Mocha Mommy. Okay, so now I'm gonna give you the reasoning of why I have two. So one of them is a lot darker than me. So like once I'm in the sun and I've been out there for a little while, or go on a trip, that one is a little bit deeper. So when I get my tan, it could be a little bit deeper. But for my winter tone bronze, that's when I would use the Mocha Mommy. So those two I really, really love. And of course with Fenty, I love the packaging on that as well. So that is just fire. Okay, so I only have two in this category, and the two that I use, these are the only two I use. The two that I really, really love right now, number one on my list is going to be Morphe. And I do this one in Java, or I do it in Chocolate Mousse. Chocolate Mousse is my favorite. Now, Chocolate Mousse is like a dark brown, and the only reason I really like the dark brown is because I like my brow to be sculpted but fluffy, if that makes sense. So my brows are naturally this shape and naturally this full, but I just like where the outline of it is extremely dark so that you can see how crisp and chiseled it looked. Extremely light with hair in the front, so I just kind of do a quick little flick, but keep it bushy, like, you know, so it looks real fluffy and not so sculpted. And then the next pencil is going to be from MAC, and this one is, the two that I do use is Spite, and I use Stud. So let me give you guys the tea. So Stud and Chocolate Mousse are the same in two different brands, okay? So the Stud would be in this one, and Chocolate Mousse would be its sister. This one, I think you're gonna spend $21. This, if I'm not mistaken, I think is $8 or $9. So you tell me which one you're gonna go with. And I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I really think the Morphe one is way better. Like, let's be clear, it's way better. Like, way better. My eyeliners are definitely on the affordable side, and I really only use these two. So this one is the NYX Epic Ink Liner. Now this one, I think, if I'm not mistaken, is like $10. And then MAC has another one. It's called Graph Black. No, not Graph Black. What is it called? It's called Graph Black. Graph Black is the dupe. Well, this is the dupe for the MAC Graph Black. So instead of spending $25, $30, I think I only spent $12 on this one. And this works just as good. And the thing is with this one is a felt tip. So I hope you guys can see what that looks like. It's a felt tip. And with this one, it does take practice. Okay, it does take practice, and you have to glide it on, but it is waterproof. It does not flake on me. It stays in place. I say this hits every time. I'm looking for a retractable pencil. Now retractable just means roll up, right? To me, I like this one. This one's the NYX one. This one, it does have a little bit of a smear to it, but as long as you're doing your under eye and you're setting it with powder anyway, it doesn't really matter because the powder is gonna set this for you. So I don't really deal with that type of an issue. But this is the retractable one. You just roll it up, you just glide it on really quickly, bloop, 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 and it's on there. Like, it's not going nowhere, it's not leaving. Like, no. Sometimes I put this on but first, or sometimes I put this on last. It doesn't really matter because the powder that I put underneath my eye is gonna set it anyway. So it's not gonna go nowhere, period. For which right now is my number one top spot, which is gonna be Charlotte Tilbury. And this one is an Intense Pillow Talk Intense 3. You guys know, if you guys have watched my last Get Ready With Me makeup edition and you looked at my Sephora haul, you guys know I am in love with this doggone lip liner. And the reason why I love this more than any other top liner right now at at this moment is because this liner is not extremely dark and it's not extremely red. A lot of brown liners have this red tint to it that for some reason I just don't care for. This is like a nice brown, but it's more milk chocolate rather than dark chocolate with a little hint of red in it. And I think it sits amazing. It glides on perfectly, and it just hit different. Okay, it hit different than the rest. Okay, so definitely go out and get this. And if you don't know, girl, let me tell you something. So I got a discount code for this. It's gonna be right here on the screen or down in the bottom description box, and you will get a percentage off by using my code on Charlotte Tilbury. So just keep that in mind, girl. So the next one is going to be, of course, #1 top spot for everybody else, baby. It's going to be MAC's Chestnut. Now, I'm not going to lie. I do use this. I've used this a very long time. Like I said, I work for the company, so I have been using Chestnut for a very, very long time, okay? This is one of the first brands that had a dark brown for us chocolate girls in a long time. So I do have this. I've had it for a long time, but it does do what it needs to do. It just has that little hint of red to it that I'm just not really too keen on. But Chestnut, Morphe's lip liner in Trendsetter. Trendsetter is literally the dupe for the Chestnut liner. So if you don't want to spend, I think $20 for the Chestnut, you can go in and spend, I think, $10 or $13 for the lip liner. How about $4? Instead of spending $16 on this, and man, go somewhere. Give me the Morphe. My top lipstick is gonna be Sephora Collection, and this one is in number 32. I am in love with this. This is what I have on right now underneath my gloss. And let me tell you something. This is the perfect peach gloss. I mean, liquid lipstick. Okay, like this right here. When I tell you one thing about their lipsticks, you only need like 2 dots on your bottom lip and rub in, and it's gonna do what it need to do. You really don't need a whole lot of this, like, at all. Like, you just need just a little bit, and it's moving and being put where the heck you need it to go. Okay, perfect nude lipstick ever in life. Okay, Huda Beauty's lipstick, and this one is an Impress. This lipstick is fire. It's creamy. It sits perfectly with all the brown lip liners. Like, it's perfect. Now the only thing I'm not feeling about this is that it breaks real easily. Always have to use a lip pencil for it, which I don't like. Perfect. You don't really need a lip liner with it, but I do it just because to give it a little dimension or whatever. But you know, this is fire. Okay. The last runner up, MAC had just got this lipstick like maybe 6 months before I left the company, I would say. And this one is Mars to Your Venus. So, you know, this is a nice peachy toned lipstick as well. And this is when they started changing their packaging, so everything started to be a little bit more shiny on the outside. And this is a luster lipstick, if I'm not mistaken. So this is creamy too, just as creamy as this, but this one can stay in the actual packet and it will sit on there real light. It's not giving too much. So if you're a girl who's not into the, you know, the lipstick showing too much, the luster glasses are where you need to go. Like a little tiptoe girl like myself, then you need to start there, okay? There is another lipstick called Fresh Brew that is a really, really good nude lipstick. It's not really peachy. It's more on the, I want to say it's a nude color, but it's not so bright and not so peachy. It's a little bit more muted. That is the perfect lipstick if you are a really deep tone girl, but you don't want to go too light on the lipsticks because you're not sure. Fresh Brew is your girl, okay? Fresh Brew is always gonna come through for the come through. I don't even know if they still have it, if it's discontinued or not, but if it is, I'll leave a link down in the bottom description box, of course. But that right there, don't say I'll be giving y'all the gems, okay? Because I'm always telling y'all something, baby. This is not going to be in any order. I'm just going to give it to y'all how I'm giving it to y'all. But just know all of these are my favorite. All of them, okay? So, the first one is going to be the Makeup Mario Gloss. This one is in Golden Nude. And this one is the Pro Volume Lip Gloss. This has a little bit of shimmer, but nothing that you will feel once you put it on, okay? This is your perfect nude, but you will have to do a lip liner with it. Now, this one right here is probably your most affordable gloss of all time at this point. This one you'll find at the beauty supply store. I think I spent maybe like $2 on this gloss. Okay, this gloss is going to be the High Shine LA Girl gloss, and this one is in Wink. This one right here, $2. When I go to the beauty supply store, I just buy the whole 5 roll. They got 5. It's like a 5 roll container. I just buy all 5 because it doesn't even make any sense to leave them, because I go through these like crazy. This one is the NYX, and this is Milky Gloss, and this one is in Milk and Honey. Fenty's Hot Chocolate Gloss. Y'all know I've been talking about this in like my last 3 to 4 videos. Like, this gloss right here is just hitting. Okay, no lip liner. You can do lip liner, but you really don't need it. This is like your everyday gloss. You keep this in your purse every single day, throw it on, and you out the door. If you see that boo coming from across the bar, you just need you a little something, just take this out, boop, boop, boop. He sees your lips as he's walking up, baby. You getting his number, okay? Now we have come to our final product of the day. I have 3 setting sprays for this category, and one, I'm gonna explain why it really doesn't fit into the setting spray category, but we gonna get into it. My newest favorite setting spray is going to be the Milani Make It Last Original Setting Spray. Okay, this is gonna set your makeup. Okay, it's lasting all day. I just happen to hear like 2 or 3 people talk about this, and I say, you know what, I'm gonna try it. I tried it on my clients first, then I tried it on myself. Fire. Okay. On a low, affordable budget setting spray, this is it. This is going to set your makeup, okay? Go get this. Fire. You will see a difference in your makeup every time you apply. You could do this before and after. Okay. This product is kind of one of those products that I love it, but then again, I'm like, it's not doing what it's supposed to do. Like, you know, it's an in-between. So this is the Max Fix Plus Spray. Now, this is why I say this one to me is a mixed reviewed product, because a lot of people do not know exactly how to use this, okay? I was working at MAC for almost 10 years. No, I was there for 10 years. And I was a product specialist. And one thing about this product that gets misconstrued is that this is not a setting spray. Okay, this is a finishing spray. And why I say there's a difference is because this is not going to keep your makeup in place. This is not this. This is not a setting spray. This is a finishing spray. This is something that is going to oxidize all of the powders on your face. Meaning, you know, when you do your makeup and you put all your under eye products on, and you put your press powder on, you put everything on, you look very powdery, you look like everything just looks so just dry looking, and everything looks white and whatever. This is what is going to oxidize and settle down your makeup. This does not set your makeup. All this does is just spray, put everything down so that it looks like skin and that you don't look white looking. That is what this is for. This is what you would use after your moisturizer and before your primer. Then at the end, you will take this, spray your entire face to bring down some of that whiteness on your face or that powdery look from your face. And then you would go in with this and spray your entire face to set so that it lasts longer. This is not gonna make your makeup last longer. This is gonna make your face last longer. Now, the next setting spray that I have come across that I am in love with, and a nice mist. It's not a spray like this. Morphe spray. I will put a picture of it on the screen. The Morphe spray is one of the best mist setting sprays ever. Okay, that spray right there is never going to miss. It is always a hit. Okay, like when you spray your face, your makeup is lasting. It is staying on your face, and it's giving you a nice mist to the face. You feel like all your powders and makeup is setting. Like, this is how it's gonna look when you finish, okay? I accidentally threw the bottle away this afternoon when I was cleaning, so whatever. But that right there, I always get the jumbo one. The jumbo one is $22. And when I tell you that lasts me for a good 6 months, 6 months, baby. 6 months, you won't have to worry about a setting spray again a day in your life, okay? Period. Go out and get it. your girl been on Amazon, okay? I done found a lash that I just cannot miss, okay? This is the brand of lashes. It's called Weewosio. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm not even gonna try, but as you can see, I have used all of the lashes on here. I only got one left. This lash, I don't even know if you guys can see it, but this lash right here, this lash is a very natural lash. It leaves you looking like you put on a heavy mascara on your lashes, okay? That's not the only one that I like, but I will leave a few down in the bottom description box. But that lash right there, that is an everyday lash. It will look so natural, so simple, and you can't miss with that. Very, very natural lash, okay? It's not too long, it's not too short, like it's like right in the middle. Like when you ask him and say, honey, I need something from Amazon, you just, you know, do your little lashes on him. Oh, baby, you're getting what you want. When you tell him, listen, babe, this is how much money I need, he gonna get it to you, because guess what? Them lashes are fire, okay? Real girly, very black girl luxury lash, okay? Not doing too much. This is for your girl who just want to continue to look like herself, but not over exaggerated, just enhanced. That is your enhanced lash, okay? So click on the link below. Make sure you get it from Amazon, and it will be here the next day, okay? All right, y'all, so we have come to the end of this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. I've, you know, learned something from this. I hope you guys go out and you pick up some items that, you know, I suggested. Comments what you have, what you've experienced, what you're going to get, what you're enticed to go get. Like, I cannot wait to hear everything that you guys loved, everything you liked, what you didn't like, what you needed more explanation on. Do not forget to put some suggestions down in the bottom description box on what should be my next video, what you think the giveaway should be for when I hit 1,000 subscribers. Make sure to share this video, like this video, and also do not forget to comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.